Looks great. Look at that. Oh, look at that, man. Let's go back. Just, oh my god, the way he's just bouncing through the whole world. Look how fast he is. This is perfect. Yo, what's going on YouTube? 0088 here, and today I'm going to do a little analysis on the new Sonic the Hedgehog trailer. I've already done a reaction with my sister, check that out. Got the Sonic hat on today though, because today I need to go through this. Like, I don't think you don't understand, I got this hat for a reason. Okay, let's not go too far, I'm not that much of a child. I didn't just get this hat because I wanted a Sonic hat. I was at a games convention and they had Sonic hat there, and you got, when you're in a convention, you got to get something, right? So I thought, Sonic's my guy, so I'm going to get a Sonic hat. I mean, if you don't know by now, obviously I'm a mad Sonic fan by how I was getting upset by the arms not being the right colour. Now, before you lot go mad, yeah, everybody in my comments was like, I like it better blue. It's better blue. The arms are better blue. What's wrong with you? Why can't you just be happy? They actually listen to us. They actually listen to us, and you're still complaining. What the hell is wrong with you? That's what everyone's going. I'm like, all right, calm down, dear. Calm down. All right, I'm just saying the arms are normally the same colour as his belly and his mouth. All right, you guys are moaning and crying about an accurate Sonic all this time. At least let him be fully accurate. The shoes are nice. They got a little bit of a different realistic flair to them, but they actually the right design. I don't know what the design was before, some weird Nike thing with shoelaces. Thank God they got rid of that. They got the gloves. Everything is accurate. I like the fur because it's a more realistic version of him. I've always thought Sonic would have fur if we saw him rendered in the best quality he could be rendered in, and this is probably the best they can do right now until we see the real film. Probably look even better in the real film. But yeah, like Sonic, I'm sorry, but his arms are tan. Now, what I'm saying on a serious note, like, I don't mind his blue arms, honestly, I don't mind them. Like, there's much more wrong with this than the blue arms. And I'm not talking about his design. His design is fine. It's almost perfect. It's close to perfect. What would make it perfect, you ask? The tan arms. But anyway, they've got an almost perfect Sonic design. I'm happy with the blue arms, as long as the story is sick. And that's where lies the problem, you know? I don't think the story is going to be sick, you know? This film has potential to be amazing, from what I can see. Or at least there's hidden potential here. But what they're actually going for, I don't know how I feel about it. And I watched Midnight's Edge video on this as well, on the Sonic trailer. And Andre from Midnight's Edge, he was saying he didn't think the voice suited Sonic anymore, because now he's more cartoony, and he looks more like the Sonic we know, so he's more confident, and he looks more like he's got the 90s attitude. I said that in my reaction, that he looks like he's missing the attitude, and I said I didn't like the voice either. I completely agree with Andre. I don't like the voice either. At first, I didn't really notice. I didn't really care for his voice, but as soon as I see him with this new model, the voice suddenly doesn't fit. Andre is completely right. He like took it right out of me. Like, it was like, wow. Like, I can't believe how much we agree on that. But yeah, like, the voice just doesn't suit anymore. And there's a lot more wrong with this film that I'm worried about. I know everyone's saying, you don't even go see it. Some people were saying, don't go see it. Just make sure you pay for it and show that we like that you listen to us, which is great. I'm so happy Paramount listened to us. But, like, they had to kind of listen to us. I mean, what they did was, like, an abomination. Like, no one would have seen it, and they know that. But anyway, I've been talking for far too long. Let's go into this trailer. Let's go through it together. I can tell you exactly how I feel about this as a Sonic fan. As a guy that used to draw, like, I'm not going to go out and get them now, but I had piles and piles of my own drawn Sonic comic. Sonic was what got me into art and drawing and, you know, creativity in the first place. Like, Sonic was the dude. I used to buy Sonic comics when I was a kid, you know, like, man, he was my guy. But anyway, so I'm passionate about this, you know. I always imagined that I would direct a Sonic film one day. Obviously, didn't go down that road. But, yeah, like, my thoughts on what Sonic film would be, and before anyone says it, I know people are thinking, oh, but everybody has their idea of what a Sonic movie should be. We just got to accept what Paramount give us. And, yeah, I have an idea, but, like, there's just basic things you need, like, at least just the basics, you know? Like, some people want classic Sonic, some people want the modern Sonic, lanky one, the blue eyes, the green eyes, sorry, which we've kind of got a mixture of the two. He's quite small, like classic Sonic, but at the same time, in certain poses, and he's got the green eyes of modern Sonic, which is kind of a cool little mix. I'm happy with that. But some people are happy with the blue arms. They think it looks better because it looks like the Sonic Boom, even though Sonic Boom is like the latest only iteration of Sonic that has blue arms, and every other iteration of Sonic has got the tan arms. Everybody's got their idea of what makes Sonic brilliant. But here we go. Let's go through this trailer. It looks amazing. Even this little bit here in the middle, right? This bit is like, he's meant to have like one big MI, and the two pupils. Some people who call, like, you can see it, I don't know if you can even see it, his nose is kind of hiding there, but Sonic has like one McDonald's eye. That's what I call it, the McDonald's eye. And he has this bit here which is weird, like he has like this whole bit here is missing. As people call it one big eye, when it's not one big eye, it's literally, he's got two eyes, alright? That's what I'm saying. I don't know why people call it that, it annoys me when people say that. But yeah, this bit here, they coloured this bit white, so then he gets the illusion that he has that one, eye thing. The one McDonald's eye. It looks like he's got the illusion of that, so I thought that was really cool. I would never change that. And he doesn't have that, but I'm happy with what they did there. I thought it was quite clever. I love that he's hairy. I love that he's actually got spikes that look like they could hurt. And there's got that electric power to him. They've made his eyes pure green. I think it's cool. Now this. Why isn't the whole film like this? Look, I know we don't know what the film's going to be. Maybe 8% of the film is like this. And the bit where it's in the human world is like minimal. I highly doubt that, but it's possible. Like, why isn't the whole film like this? How sick would it be? Like this, I don't know if it's Angel Island or Green Hill Zone. It looks like Green Hill Zone. Yeah, it looks like Green Hill Zone basically. And it's got the tunnel thing, the circle thing. Like, I don't know why that exists. I guess that's how the rocks form in his world. Obviously, we know in the games they do that just for this a game. But if you're in an actual narrative, why would the land form like that? But I guess on his planet it does, for whatever reason. Right, so even the way they've done the different colours of the stones, like they've actually got it like perfect, like how it is in the game, and it looks believable. It's not just like, because in the original game it was just like different color pixels, like to show the ground. Like in reality it'd just be brown, really. But the fact that they've actually added that in and it made it look like it's meant to be like that without it looking like pixels is just amazing. Like, oh my god, the whole film should take place in this world. If I was making this film, what I would have done is, basically looks brilliant like how it looks here. I would have had Sonic, had his friends like, Tails, Knuckles and all them people. And I would have kind of took the original games, like Sonic 1 to Sonic 4, Sonic and Knuckles, and just kind of put my own story into them. That's what I would have done. I don't know why they put him in this human world. That's what I'm really worried about, but let's get through it. Like, I just love how his world looks beautiful. His world looks amazing. Looks great. Look at that. Oh, look at that, man. Let's go back. Oh my god. The way he's just bouncing through the whole world. Look how fast he is. This is perfect. They could have done like some proper epic, storyline where Sonic has to stop Robotnik, he has to get the Chaos Emeralds, like Robotnik's trying to destroy the land, he has to protect all the animals and all that kind of shit. They could have given the animals personalities and stuff. They don't need to have the actual little animals that come out of the badniks, the robots. They don't have to have the actual animals come out of it and pop out and have no sentience or any like intelligent mind. They could have made them all like Sonic. He could have had like a bunny rabbit friend. Basically the Sonic comic. They should have just basically done the Sonic comic, have loads of cool action scenes, They could have basically done an MCU. They could have done Infinity War. Like, they could have done, just replace the Infinity Stones with the Chaos Emeralds. That's what the storyline should be, Like, oh man, look how, and then it could all take place in, imagine seeing like the aquatic zone, imagine seeing a lava reef zone, imagine seeing the starlight zone, imagine seeing the death egg, oh man. I'm going to get to Robotnik and all that in a minute anyway, this is getting taken too long. This whole thing, people are always after my powers, what is that? Like, I've never heard of, I know they doing their own take on it and everything, which is fine. But I guess they're being vague because they don't want to spoil the story. What's his powers? His rings? Okay, I guess that's his powers, but does it belong to him? Like, because that's technically it's not his powers, just found them. But I guess, I don't know. Possession's 9/10 of the law, I guess. Yeah, they want to steal his powers. Usually what Dr. Robotnik just wants to destroy the whole land and just roboticize everything for his own means. Like, not necessarily wants to steal his powers. So I guess they changed the narrative there a bit, so I don't know. So then he just comes to the human world, and the way he says it in this trailer, it's probably not the same reason, but the way they say it in this trailer is almost like he just felt like coming to our world for some reason. And I don't know why he's got fictional green hills though. So it sounds like he basically ran away from his homeworld and came to Earth because he was scared of people stealing his powers. So I guess the story is going to be about him coming to terms with what he has to deal with in his homeworld, and he has to go back there and face his fears of people trying to take his powers and defeat them rather than just running away from his problems. You know, that's the age-old story, the age-old hero's journey, you know. But I just don't get it, like that's what I think is gonna happen. That's what it looks like they're selling us, but it might not be like that. It might just be like, let's just have some fun, dumb shenanigans in the human world. All this stuff is Sonic. He's funny. He's cool. He looks so much better, man. Even with the blue arms, it's fine. If I had my way, it'd look iconic, like the iconic Sonic, but that's cool. If they steal my power, this looks really bad here. This looks like they haven't even... I don't know, the lighting, everything is terrible in this shot. I always notice that when I watch the trailer back, I'm like, what is going on here? You see how people say his arms blue look good? I just feel like if you had the tan arms here, it would just make him stand out a bit more rather than look like he's wearing a blue suit or something. I don't know. It looks weird to me. I don't know. Anyway, let's not go on about it. I'm not going to mention the arms again. I promise. Kind of promise. Anyway, yeah, so the bad robots look cool. Like what he's got to destroy and everything. That's interesting. But if they take my powers, they could control everything or something like that. What powers? Is speed? They're trying to reuse him for something? I guess it's their own version, it's their own story, so it is what it is. Like, you know. Sonic begging and going, please help me. That's not Sonic, man. Sonic doesn't want help. He always wants to do things himself. He's got the attitude. He needs to learn to be a team player. Remember when Tails and him first met? Like, every story of Sonic and Tails meeting is always about Tails trying to say, I want to help. And Sonic's like, get away from me, kid. Like, I don't want it. I don't want your help. I don't want you tagging along with me. Amy's always trying to tag along with him. He's like, get away from me. He's not this guy that begs anybody for help, you know? Like, he's a bit of an arsehole. But he's a lovable arsehole. He's someone that learns to... That's where he should grow from. Like, they could have made him such an interesting character, but they've just kind of made him just a cute, cuddly CGI thing, you know. That's what I'm worried about in this film. Like, it's not. People are so happy, are so distracted by that they got the look of him right. Like, imagine what people would think. Let's go back. Imagine they released this trailer and Sonic looks exactly like this. I think the dialogue would be so different. People would be talking about... They're so distracted by Sonic's... how he looks, that they don't realise that the film is probably going to be really cheesy and tame. The whole idea of a CGI animal coming to the human world and interacting with humans has been done to death. The US Army always coming in and trying to, you know, deal with it and all that. It's all done. The Transformers did the exact same thing and it was shit. Like Transformers 1 just about got away with it. And the fucked up thing is, Transformers actually, that's actually the storyline. They come to Earth. They do that in the cartoon as well. The original source material, the Transformers come to Earth. So it's weird. And even that was a bit annoying with the army. They I don't think the James Marsden character needs to be there. Even Sonic X annoyed me with the Chris character. Like, it's just weird. Jim Carrey as Robotnik. I don't understand how he works. Like the way the trailer makes it look like he's from our world, and he's gonna end up in Sonic's world. And who are the people that want to take his powers then, if it's not Robotnik? Who were the people that are originally trying to take his powers? It's all confusing. So that's actually quite interesting. I'm interested to find out all these things. They've changed it up a bit. You know, that's what an adaptation is. Dr. Robotnik's going to end up in his world. Maybe the Sonic sequel is the film that is the one Sonic fans really want. This is just to like bring people in, like by doing all this lame, cheesy, come to the human world, befriend the human, make it all cutesy. And then we'll probably get the badass attitude Sonic and Mobius or Sonic's World. I know that Mobius doesn't exist in the game, so it's a whole long thing. But maybe we'll get the Sonic that we know, the classic Sonics in Green Hill Zone and all these Emerald Hill Zone in the sequel. And Robotnik will be Robotnik. Jim Carrey, I think he's a great Robotnik. He's alright, especially when he's like all out done up. Like there's images of him like proper Dr. Robotnik and stuff. So that would be sick, but because it's Jim Carrey, I'm a bit worried. I just feel like Jim Carrey, he's not going to stick around. I just feel like this could be like a franchise thing, and I just don't feel like he's not going to stick around as Robotnik. I feel like they should have got like a unknown charismatic actor, but Jim Carrey works. They're trying to bring in people to the seats, but I feel like Sonic's name can do that already. I think Paramount underestimate just how crazy us Sonic fans are and how many of us there are. But anyway, let's keep watching. Yeah, Sonic's a teenager. He'll do all this. They've made Robotnik very comedic and silly, and Jim Carrey is obviously really good at that, but I feel like I want the dark, serious Robotnik. Like, it'll be a cool balance to Sonic's comedic tone. Like, if Sonic's silly and Robotnik's silly, it kind of makes it harder to get invested, I feel. I don't know. Like, I mean, I know it's for kids, that's what it is. They're just trying to be all kiddie and ham it up and that. But I feel like if you see the Sonic Saturday morning cartoon show where Robotnik was just serious and dark, like that dark version of Robotnik always gets me used to like think, oh, that's pretty epic. Where Sonic is more funny and jovial and he takes the piss out of him, doesn't take him seriously and stuff. It'll be a cool little balance. But yeah, it's not too bad. I guess it's more accurate to the games, to be fair. Robotnik is quite silly in the games sometimes, if not a lot of the time. I never clocked that guy was dancing before.
Of course I will. I love the way you make them.
I don't know.
Let me show you how it's done.
That's Snoopy.
Yeah, time to go. I always want to do this.
That's sick. I love that. I want to see just action shots like that. I don't know why James Marsden is Sonic's friend. It's so weird. Doesn't make sense to me. See there's Robotnik. It looks pretty good there. I'm pretty sure Robotnik's bald though, right? He looks like, as the story progresses, he gets more and more Robotnik. He looks more and more like Robotnik. This is cool. All this bit is sick. I hope this isn't the ending. I hope this is just like the beginning. And the way he throws the ring and goes through it is pretty sick as well. Like, I love that bit because it reminds me of like the giant rings where you go in there and you go collect the emeralds and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, just to summarise, man. Yes, I'm very happy with the model, even blue arms and all. I would prefer the tan art. I said yeah, anyway, I'm very happy with the model and everything, but I'm not like gonna completely suck Paramount off and just be like, yeah, Paramount, listen to us. I'm happy they listen to us. More studios need to do that, and we do need to. I'm gonna go see this film anyway, but we do need to support them for that. But at the same time, we can't completely just say this movie's gonna be epic just because of that. Like, I still think the movie should have nothing to do with our world. In fact, this trailer is so much better than the first trailer. It hides a lot of the problems. Like, James Marsden was gonna have a female friend that's also another character that's gonna be human, and it just doesn't feel right. These two people hanging out with Sonic. Like, you know, I feel like it's too much Sonic Adventure, not enough Sonic 1, 2, and Sonic and Knuckles. You know, that's Sonic 1, 2 classic. It needs to be more classic Sonic, I think. And the beginning of the trailer is like the best part, and I just hope that this film, and definitely in a sequel, they focus more on Sonic's homeworld. But yeah, that's my thoughts, my analysis. If you like, give us a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for notifications, and I'll see you again.
Strange the location of the Mad Titan. He is at Novacore HQ, which has been turned into a shrine of some kind. Thanos is seated at the top of Col Obsidian in approximate midnight by Thanos' side. Thanos tells the heroes that he's been waiting for them. Thanos sends the remaining Chitauri and Black Order on Earth's mightiest heroes, and almost immediately, the Guardians avenge the death of Mantis by killing Proxima Midnight.